You are now listening to 15 Minutes of Fame Radio.
Let's go!
Yo, man, I'm just at the hotel.
Let me reenact how
and
it
a
happened.
legend
You
walks
rolling,
in.
right? Wait,
Yes.
A legend walked in?
A legend walks in.
A legend walked in?
A legend walks in.
Wait, I missed it. Where?
Hey, be humble.
Shot and Suge?
Be humble.
Yo, remember when Suge, was it Suge that jumped over the guy or someone jumped over?
Work jumped over.
That was crazy. I'm a battle rap fan. Y'all better stop playing with you. Peace. 15 Minutes of Fame.
What's up,
what
brother?
What up, everybody?
Yeah, I mean, nobody really understands. I'm still cheesing, man. I
You
still
want me to
got
reenact it for the camera? Y'all just keep it rolling. Y'all talk about whatever y'all talk about.
Yeah, and
These bloggers are.
Yo, this Flavor Fest?
oh shit,
Peace.
the legend is in the building. What up, man?
It's good. It's good to be here.
You-
It's a
so-
good energy to walk into.
You were getting ready to tell the story of how you wrote most of Loso shit early in his career
The
and
first
then
four
encouraged him
battles.
to
The first
battle.
four. Did you ever do a PG or no?
Never.
You didn't. You see my man leap over the PG? If he had done a PG, I would have wrote for that. But because he didn't do any PGs,
You
I said,
graduated. You're young now.
He went right to Gnome, not just no PG. He went right to Gnome.
So the real story of it is, yes, I remember vividly, and I know he's told it publicly before.
I've
And
never told me.
I will tell you now. He always says that I'm a big part of it. I like to think I'm probably a small part of his overall decision to step into battling, right? But the thing is, I saw him at this event. Essentially, was it in Chicago? Was
Yeah,
it?
it was
Yeah,
Chicago.
it was
Yep.
Legacy, right?
Yeah.
It's called Legacy.
16-bar
and they had
challenge.
this 16-bar challenge where a group of dudes went up to spit, and I had the honor of kind of being on the panel, right? To kind of be like, you advance, you work harder for next time. type of deal.
Gemstones was there. remember
Killed it.
Gemstones?
Everybody was killing it. My man took Braille.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
That's the
Street
thing.
Hymns was in it.
A whole bunch of dudes that was
Yeah,
killing
some
it.
guys in it.
But there was one guy that compelled me to go up to him, and I think I just met you for the first time.
Yeah,
at that.
first time.
And I said, yo, you ever thought about battling? Like just, like battling. And I think it was two things. One, the lyrical ability is one thing, but it was just also his tenacity, right? Because the nature and the essence of that particular thing that we were all watching, it wasn't necessarily a battle environment. It was just show your skills off.
Yeah.
But everybody's message was kind of rooted in either their testimony, something that they had a lot of conviction about, right? Like just how their faith shapes their views, all of that, right? But nonetheless, with what he was spitting, it had that ability to capture both. One end of it is like he's uplifting and edifying you as a listener, but simultaneous, you're like, oh, right? So as I'm watching it, and this is just as Jin, a battle rap fan, I'm like, yo, he would really kill in that arena. And this is as someone that had never seen him in that arena. I don't know if maybe he had already done that arena before.
Never. Wow.
But
I remember when he told me, I was like, nah, bro. I
did
could
you
never
ever think about it though?
Nah, bro. I just was a fan. I grew up watching, obviously, but when he told me, he was like, yo, I think you should battle rap. I was like, bro, I would never be able to do that. I can't memorize that much material. I wouldn't be able to perform. He said, bro, think about it, bro. I think you should.
At that point, did you know Saga at all yet in any capacity?
I had
Okay.
the only person I had met was Street Hymns.
Okay,
So,
so
I
you
didn't
knew
know
him.
Saga or Abel. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? They were out there, but
And that's
Funny
how,
thing,
and that's
Abel-
how the four horsemen.
funny thing,
Yeah,
Abel tried to get into that competition, but he didn't. His submission didn't
Okay.
make it.
Rapzilla
And so-
that was. Shout out to Rapzilla.
Yeah. Shout out
I'm
to
gonna make my
Rapzilla.
way in to get settled in, but
Nah, go
I got
ahead, man.
stories.
Nah,
That's my
but
only
yo-
one about
Hey,
this guy.
but salute to this man. I tell
Nah,
people all the
man.
time, bro.
This
He's
is a
going to
good
put
guy,
a battery in my back, and that's what had me like thinking about it. And then the next year, I tried out for bullpen and stuff. So
That's right. This is a bullpen guy. That's right. Where he was knocking
Well,
them
well,
around.
let
and
me
then
let me
branched
be
him.
the first to say thank you
No, thank
for
you.
encouraging this guy to come in here and do this because he's incredible,
He
bro.
is.
it was a full circle moment for me too, because you
both
were the
of us.
first one.
Yeah.
Like I was watching
Both of us.
106 and all that stuff.
Yeah,
So you know,
yeah.
You made the right play, man. You made the right
Nah,
play.
I feel like
Yeah.
anytime
you
you're
need to be an A&R, bro.
I don't know about
you got
all
an eye
that
to
stuff.
eye for talent.
All I know is as a fan of it, you can't fight it when you're a fan of it to say, yo, you have kind of that thing.
Right.
And only the main thing that compelled me to say it to him is because in a selfish way, I wanted to see him in that environment. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So, but kudos to him and to even those brothers like we just mentioned, whether it's Ward, whether it's Saga, who have been kind of pushing that.
Right.
I don't even want to call it a movement. I don't want to call it anything. I just want to say pushing that spirit of their conviction but also being in this space where it might not be the norm to be
But
so convicted.
that's
about
what's
that.
dope about it because, like I even say, you know, when I talked about Pat Stay, a balance. You know what I mean? You know, we can't have everybody shooting up the place. You know what I mean? This is a lyrical battle, right? So it doesn't always have to be drugs, guns, and murder. You know what I mean? So to have, you know, the Christians, to have the Pat Stays, to have you know, so it's like
you see how he's at
the balance.
So he's saying I'm not the
He's a
shooter
horseman
killer.
too. He's
No,
a
but he's
horseman
like I'm
too.
not a shooter killer and I'm not the Christian. Oh no, I'm out here.
No, but you know,
like
I'm
Tom
talking
Hanks
about
in
what you
Castaway.
brought to the
Just me and
game.
my volleyball. Just
What-
Wilson.
If you're a Christian killer now, coming into the game, you know, it's like what you brought to the game was different, and that's what we need to keep this thing moving.
Can
You know
I
what I
add one
mean?
thing to your sentiment, which I absolutely think is accurate about the balance of it, right? I will say, man, though, like the difference between all of these, let's say, dimensions that you just mentioned, the differences may not be as big as people think. I'm talking about internally, right? Because we as people watching battle rap, we're just seeing one side of that person. So my point is like the guy that's on stage, rah, 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 I'm not saying it might be, most definitely is a good father, a good husband, a good son, right? So I don't even think that that should be the picture of these people. Same way as like, I know Loso will be the first to tell you that he's a man too, like he's human too.
Right.
For all that he conveys and what he presents and how he wants to glorify God, but he's aware of his own flaws, and that's part of the Christian walk, right? So what I'm saying is when people watch him, watch Ward, they shouldn't look at him like, oh yeah, he probably don't be doing nothing foul, right? Because that expectation is not realistic either, right? They just are more convicted about it, I guess you could say. And God has given them the talent and the platform to share that conviction. That's all it is.
Right.
I'm trying to say is like, it's not as divided as people would.
Or like
I
an us versus
understand
them.
it. Yeah, and it's not an us
Right.
versus them. 'cause
No, but
know
that's why I say
not
that's
that
what
part
makes
either.
it the balance
Yes.
because it's different. You know what I mean? Everything's got to be different. You know
It's
what I
only
mean?
us versus them when he's like, this is a style clash. Fire.
Shout out
Matthew
yeah.
3:16.
Exactly.
Shut up. I don't even think I ever met A-Boy. But
My man Jen, and what was your name again, brother?
yes, young man.
Jen Jr.
Jen Jr.
I'm gonna go get set.
This is classic for me right here. I appreciate that, fella.
15 minutes of fame.
You are now listening to 15 Minutes of Fame Radio.
Let's go.